regeneration and can fix whatever is wrong with you for a reasonable fee. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes. I have several basic implants available that can enhance your physical abilities, make you faster, smarter, stronger, that sort of thing. I've also got two much more expensive implants. One's a subdermal implant that will make you more resistant to damage. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect. Your wounds will practically heal before your eyes. One other thing I forgot to mention. Your body may be able to handle only a limited number of implants. The healthier you are, the more implants I'll be able to give you. Now, what surgery are you considering? That's the Phoenix monocyte breeder. The implant speeds up cell regeneration, an effect similar to that of some lizards and sea creatures. The implant is very expensive, however. 12,000 caps. Have a seat in the auto dock. This will take a few hours. You're back. Do you need... All right. You're already the strongest person I've ever met. The implant won't do anything more for you. It'll be easy. I have reserved a small part of my supplies for sale. The profits go directly to the purchase of additional supplies to help the less fortunate.
Hey.
You're back.
I'm glad Ringo's back.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man. The Crimson Caravan Company has the widest selection in the wasteland. Maybe. What do you want to know? Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized. Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it. A little place in the NCR called Oak Creek. Used to be a farming town until it got taken over by ranchers. I didn't want to herd Brahmin for a living, so I signed on with the Crimson Caravan and headed east. Not much to tell, really. Need any...
Got a good story to tell, too.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you? I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards, but I am in need of a runner. Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran.
Hello there. Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company. How can I help you today? You know, hiring isn't really my department. You should talk to Miss McLafford.
A little busy at the moment.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? A mercenary, is that it? You won't be disappointed, I promise you. The Office of Science and Industry provides highly competitive benefits. And as an external contractor, your pay would be rather more competitive than those of our regular employees. But we should keep that to ourselves, don't you think? So, how about I tell you what we need, and then you can tell me whether you're up to it. No pressure, of course. Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible? Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you. Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll... Oh? The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk... Yes? Something else you needed? From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? No, wait. I don't mean to see any harm come to Dr. Hildern. Unless by talk, you just mean talk. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Right. Good luck.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs. I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started.
Welcome back. Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs? As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost. The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the new Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll. The quality of the Gunrunner's armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped. Thank you. Was there something else?
It's good that you're here, Courier. We have a potential situation on our hands. It was gonna happen sooner or later, but the Brotherhood of Steel and the New California Republic are confronting us with demands. The Brotherhood have an envoy outside the bunker, while the NCR have sent a negotiator to our outpost at Searchlight Airport. Seeing as you're as close to a third party as we have, see if there's anything you can do about it. Peacefully, if possible.
Do you speak for the Enclave? I am here on behalf of the Brotherhood of Steel with a list of demands which must be met. The Enclave has been sworn enemies of the Brotherhood and committed various atrocities against us and the Wasteland as a whole. We therefore demand that all documents related to Enclave activities be turned over to us, and the leadership here face war trials. If you don't accept, there will be dire consequences. What say you? That depends. What do you propose? I'm sorry. That is unacceptable. What say you? What say you? That de- I'm sorry.
General Jameson will lead us to glory.
The generators down in two-way sublevel seem to be showing power fluctuations. Come on. You take a look at it.
Any idea? We may be small, but we're swift.
Hello again, courier. Take a look.
General Jameson will lead us to glory.
What say you? That depends. Ah, excellent. Very well. A deal's a deal. Don't make us regret it.
Hey. What do you need? Bye.
Something to report? Thank you for dealing with that, courier. Considering all that has happened, them confronting us was unavoidable. I suppose we'll have to wait and see how this all turns out.
We may be small, but we're still strong.
It's time, soldier. We've scoured the abandoned bunker for clues as to where the enemy went, and we finally found them. They've secured an old Chrysler factory to the north of New Vegas. It appears they're trying to retool it for weapons and armor production. They seem to have mustered their entire force there. We need to act now. We win this, and the Richardson elite are no more. Prepare yourself and meet me at the Searchlight Outpost ASAP. The vertibirds will take us as close as they can.
General James.
We've already sent forward scouts to secure the tunnel, and the vertibird is standing by to bring us in close. Are you ready? Good. Time to go. Okay, soldiers, this is it. All our work has brought us to here. Today, we will finally rid ourselves of the vile General Rowlandson and his ilk. Instead, we will push forward into a maintenance room off the highway. It's close enough to the factory proper to use explosives and breach. We then make our way through the factory. Once we exit, it's a clear path to the offices. That is our target. Thanks to the courier having helped secure the EPA labs, we've managed to fit death claws with control devices to help with our attack. Since we've managed to reactivate the vertibird refueling plant, we'll have air cover during our assault. With the old Robco factory under our control, we'll also benefit from having some robots bolster our forces in the attack. Good luck, soldiers. Let's give them hell. You've heard the plan. Are you ready? For the Enclave.
enough?
You moron! Get back to your post!
The charges have been set. Use this detonator and we'll have access to the Chrysalis factory. Soldier?
may be small, strong.
Neutralization imminent.
You helped Dr. Strangelove recover parts of the iBox, didn't you? Any idea who that ghoul is? It's strange to see a mutant in anything.
Any idea who that ghoul is? Strange to see a mutant in the Enclave.
Strange to see a mutant in the Enclave. Filthy creature. General Jameson will lead us to glory.
You like that?
Any idea who that ghoul is? It's strange to see him.
Remember, Eden!
Suppress the enemy!
You like that?
Remember, Eden! Now that we have searched our airfield, it won't be long until we have half of the enemy are on us.
Had enough? Enough. Had enough. You like that? Enough.
That was close. Traps, just like him. I'll wait up here in case he tries to escape. You go on and finish this, courier.
Ah, if it isn't General Jameson's young protege. Stay your weapon. I'd like a word. I have a detonator right here. This entire room is rigged. It's not like you have much choice. Now that we have that cleared up, allow me to introduce myself. I'm General Rowlandson of the United States Armed Forces. I've been very anxious to make your acquaintance for some time. Oh, you left me little choice. You did align with the enemy after all. Tell me, how is the General these days? Know him? He used to be one of my subordinates, until he made up with about half my force. No matter. I'm presuming he still keeps that horrendous ghoul around. She goes by the name Dr. Strangelove. Know her? We encountered her at an old lab. Suffice it to say, after she was no longer of use to us, we planned to relieve her of her duties. But as chance would have it, that vile ghoul is, in fact, one of the General's pre-war ancestors. I am still unaware how he made that discovery. Regardless, after he found out what we had planned for the good doctor, he grew a conscience, and seemingly so did half my army. Away they went. True, very true. Very well, I have an offer for you. I demand yours and Jameson's immediate, unconditional surrender. And may hell's gates take you!
You like that? You like that?
Ah, if it is... Oh, you... Oh, this...
You like that? You like that? Hey! You like that? Had enough? Come on! Had enough? You like that?
Soldier, we are all in your debt. You've helped us survive against the odds, and for that, we are forever grateful. Know that you are always welcome here to use any of our facilities, and that we consider you a friend. It's now time for us all to rest and gather ourselves before we can truly help the wasteland. But the time will come soon. Now, get some rest, soldier. You've earned it.
Wastelander.
Hello again, Courier. Thanks to your actions, we've managed to strengthen our position significantly. As such, the General has dispatched various troops, myself included, to Colorado Bunker. Be sure to stop by when you have a moment.
Any idea?
You've done us a great deal of work. We've left you a new suit of Tesla power armor for you in a crate in your room. Thank you, Courier.
Still strong.
Glad to see you again, Courier. Welcome to our new home, and the sorry state it's in. We've got some work to do. You heard me. Thanks to everything you've done, you've been appointed as commanding officer of Colorado Bunker. It's just that it'll take a bit of work before there's anything to command over. Right now, we just have a skeleton crew deployed here and not very many beds. We're gonna have to have a proper barracks for the troops. And while we have power, we're gonna need a water purifier and a workshop to keep the bunker running. We're gonna need manpower, materials, and caps. We've stretched ourselves very thin. Henderson can't spare men for rudimentary jobs. The General has authorized us to recruit those from the wasteland as mechanics and gatherers, but we need food and water to convince them to join. And we're gonna need construction materials and caps for said mechanics to build with. I've set up a terminal in your room where you can manage all this. Whenever you initiate a project, I'll oversee it to completion. You'll find your room in the living quarters, at the end of this hallway. Let's get to work, Courier.